Chef José Mendín, and we are Pappardelle Noodle Bar in Miami Beach. Pappardelle has been labeled as the first Asian gastropub in Miami Beach. The Pappardelle name comes from a gastropub and pork belly. So this is what you're gonna find here. A lot of people having fun, but people that are foodies and people that they take food very seriously. The dish I'm making today is a pork shoulder Puttanesca. Puttanesca is very Mediterranean. You know, you're gonna think about tomatoes, olives, anchovies, capers. For this recipe, we're gonna use the pork shoulder. The pork shoulder is amazing for this recipe because it's super tender, goes well with all the ingredients that it's been paired with. We're gonna take the pork shoulder first and we're gonna rub it with salt and pepper, squirt it a little bit, and sliced garlic. And then we're gonna cover that and we're gonna marinate it for a couple of hours or even overnight if you can. Then we're gonna proceed to braising the pork shoulder. We're gonna take a Dutch oven or a pan or whatever you have at home. So we're gonna take the pork shoulder, we're gonna sear it on all sides. We're gonna brown it real good, so that's gonna keep all the juices inside the pork shoulder. After it's seared, take the pork shoulder out of the Dutch oven. Now in the same Dutch oven, we wanna put the mirepoix in. The mirepoix is onions, carrots, and celery. And I also add the garlic at the same time. You wanna cook that up until it's nice and translucent. Then we're gonna add the anchovies and the chili peppers. We cook that into the mirepoix for around a minute, and then we're gonna add the tomatoes with juice and everything. We're gonna bring that to a boil, stir it up really nice with the mirepoix so everything's together. We're gonna put everything in the pot with the pork. Add a little water just to cover the pork shoulder. We're gonna cover that, put it in the oven at 375 degrees for 3 hours. After you braise the pork, you're gonna pull it, shred the pork. And you wanna keep all these juices that are in the pan because that's gonna be your sauce for your pasta. So what is convenient and easy about this pork shoulder sugo is that you have it braised ahead of time, and when you're ready to sit down and eat, it'll take you 15-20 minutes to put it together with the pasta and all the flavors from the Puttanesca. So now we start with the Puttanesca side of things here. We're gonna take a saute pan, we're gonna brown some garlic in there, we're gonna add a little oil, we're gonna put some capers, some anchovies, some chili pepper flakes, some olives, we're gonna add some cherry tomatoes, we're gonna cook all this until it's nice and soft, and this is gonna be our base, and then everything blends together, you're gonna get all these flavors. Meanwhile, we're gonna be boiling our pappardelle, and when it's done, we're gonna add the pasta with the sauce. We're gonna put that in a bowl, we're gonna add some of the pork on top, and we're gonna finish it with some shaved pecorino cheese or grated. So I love the dish because it's super flavorful. I mean, something comforting about it. It's something that I cook at home on a regular basis.